Good morning from a cold winter day in Denver, Colorado. Let's get over to the airport where I'll tell you a little bit more about my week-long trip to Amsterdam and Paris.
So the first leg of my adventure here in Denver is kicking off. I'm at the American Express Lounge right now and going to Amsterdam today with a 6-hour layover in Chicago. So I'm just here to get a little bit of breakfast. It's beautiful outside. You can see even the mountains from here. Clear day, hopefully safe, soft landings, easy flights, and definitely enough time to make the connection in Chicago. So I think I might go and try to explore every single terminal there and at least get some steps in before the long overnight to Europe. But I'm excited. This will be my first time back in Europe since 2018 and don't really know what to expect. Have a list of things that I want to do, but aside from like one sports match in France, it's open book to me, so should be good.
And here's our ride for today. This is the 23-year-old Boeing 777-200ER that will take me on the 2.5-hour ride from Denver to Chicago. While the awesome ground crew at Denver works on de-icing the plane on this cold March morning, let me explain the details of how I booked this adventure. I booked this round-trip economy class ticket with United Airlines for only 50,000 miles and $100 in fees, but I'll explain how I got that deal towards the end of the video. Since I was flying economy, I didn't take many videos on board any of these flights. My trip will take me from Denver to Chicago, where I have a 5-hour layover before the overnight flight to Amsterdam, where I will stay for 1 night. The next day, I'll use the high-speed Eurostar train to get to Paris for 3 nights before returning to Amsterdam on the same Eurostar train. After 2 more nights in Amsterdam, I'll board another United flight from Schiphol bound for Newark, then a quick hop from Newark to Boston before catching the final flight home from Boston to Denver. I'm excited you're coming along with me for this adventure. Just landed in Chicago and had one of the coolest experiences of my life. Went up to the pilots after our flight from Denver to Chicago and asked them, thank you, Captain Mike. And I apologize, I forgot the other gentleman's name, but Mike was amazing. Let me sit in the cockpit of the 777, huge jet. Really cool. I thought they wouldn't let me because I'm not like a little kid. What a cool experience. But now I got about 6 hours to kill here in Chicago. Gonna get some steps in, to walk around, hit up the United Club, have lunch, call my family, and get ready for this next leg of the trip. So I'm big time excited. During my layover in Chicago, I stopped at the United Club in Terminal C for some food and drink. I have access to the United Club here thanks to my gold status with United, which gets me into Star Alliance member lounges when I'm traveling on an international itinerary, even when my ticket is in economy class like it is today. That was a great way to pass some time with some amazing views and save a little bit of money by eating in the lounge. I had a couple light snacks and a couple beers, but other than that, the food wasn't really anything to write home about. As I was hanging out in the lounge, I got to see this 787 push back, headed off towards Tokyo, one of my favorite cities in the world. I just spent about 3 hours at the United Club in Terminal C. It was very nice. Got to eat a little, drink a little. It was good, but I need to get out and stretch my legs before the 8-hour flight to Amsterdam. So, going for a little stroll right now. I have about 3 hours left to kill. So, see if I find anything interesting. Of course, the tunnel, very interesting with the lighting on top at O'Hare between, I think it's B and C. So, but we'll see if there's anything else. Also, I should say that I am very thankful. I had a really cool experience today. At the end of flight 1811 from Denver to O'Hare, I asked the first officer if I could check out the cockpit, and he said yes. I think I got a little bit lucky because he came back looking for ice on the wings, and I was the only person sitting in a window seat over the wings with my window open. So he said, "Can I take a look through your window?" He didn't say that he was looking for ice, but I kind of knew because I saw it on the wing too. And I think he may have recognized me, but that was the coolest thing. So thank you so much, First Officer / Captain Mike. What a great experience. Thank you, United, for that. After getting some steps in, I found my way over to the gate to board the Boeing 787 that would take me across the Atlantic to Amsterdam. I spent most of this flight watching movies and trying to sleep, albeit with only limited success. Finally through customs. Need to find a bathroom. Okay, running on about 2 hours of sleep right now. Currently in South Amsterdam, I believe. And what an interesting place. Lots of really cool buildings to start, and it's not raining, so gotta love that. At least the weather isn't completely awful, but it's nice and cool. Trains are quiet and seemingly quick. Not so much cheap, but you know, take what I can get. And here's my room for the first night. It was small, but good and comfortable. This was at a hostel, and this was actually my first time staying at a hostel, so no complaints, would do it again. Okay, officially my first full day in Europe. Yesterday was kind of a write-off. I arrived late, only got like an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep on the flight. It was brutal. Ended up just taking a nap at the hostel and then going out, just walking around the area, checking out like a couple pubs, but really nothing much. Trying to have a tame evening. I will say Amsterdam was kind of crazier than I thought. Lots of like mushroom stores selling like magic mushrooms, and you know, interesting place for sure. Very cool. Lots of history here, lots of really cool architecture. The other thing I think it is worth noting about Amsterdam is there's a lot of trash here, more trash than I would have expected, but that's because maybe the last big city that I went to was Tokyo rather than any European city. And that the, you know, weekend night crowd definitely seems to be a little bit more young and lively than this Monday morning crowd so far. This is kind of more my speed. I don't know if it was just that I was so tired yesterday or kind of anxious that I was in a new place, but just a lot of people. Some of the restaurants were kind of hard to get into and hard to find and whatever. Most people are pretty nice, and most people speak English, which I definitely appreciate because my Dutch is pretty much non-existent. But yeah, no. So weekday morning, definitely a little bit of a different crowd, and you know, not quite as hectic. And of course the weather is definitely more typical today. Alrighty, went and had a full English breakfast at a place recommended by the people at the hostel that I stayed at. It was good. Nice little change of pace, and it's still raining. I'm back at the hostel now, just chilling. My train leaves for Paris around 3, and it's about 5-10 minutes within walking distance of the central station. So maybe I'll go walk out and, you know, check out a couple more places and whatnot in and around central Amsterdam. But the problem is it's kind of cold and really drizzly today. So it's not like it's the worst, but, you know, I also don't mind kind of staying, maybe playing some cards, trying to meet some new people, or doing a little bit of reading. Regardless, looking forward to going to Paris this evening, so that should be fun. After a little while, I found my way over to Amsterdam Central Station, and the high-speed train from Amsterdam to Paris cost me about $113 round trip and took about 3.5 hours. It was a nice ride, but there were a few delays going through the Netherlands. Oh my gosh, finally, the Seine River. I did not document the last part of my trip, thankfully so, because it was a shit show. Pardon my language, but man, the Paris metro is impossible to understand. They don't tell you directions in English. The trains sometimes don't show that they're at the right stop. It's impossible to know how to buy the tickets on the machine. I'm probably just stupid, but proof that I'm in the right place is right there, so we'll take it. Anyways. We are out on the streets of Paris, and honestly, so far I haven't even been here 24 hours. This place is way cooler than Amsterdam. I don't know why. Like, I thought I wouldn't like it as much. Like, I originally booked the trip to go to Amsterdam and not Paris, but dang, I was wrong. It's nice here. It's a little bit rainy today, hence the hood, but going to Le Boulangerie. I know I'm gonna butcher it, and the French locals probably won't appreciate that, but you know, I'm a stupid American, so. But not quite sure what I'm gonna do today. Gonna go out, check some stuff out. We'll see. This may or may not be the smallest elevator I've ever been on. The best part is the capacity is for 3 people, 225 kilograms. I'm about half that right now. All right, back on my path to get some pastries after putting my glasses back because it is drizzling today. I don't want them getting wet, so. Anywho, another adventure, not speaking French. Well, thank you to the Boulangerie Saint-Périn, I believe. I got my takeaway espresso, quiche Lorraine, 3 pains au chocolat, and then some weird looking panini thing that had salami and like gherkins, little pickles, little cornichons, or whatever the hell they call them. So, gonna be excited to try it, but whew, it was a struggle. Had to use Google Translate there to get by. So, drizzling still. The legendary Citroën Ami. Very cool car. Obviously, we don't have it in the States, but what the what a great little spot. All right, report halfway through. I mean, this one is really good. It's the pate, I guess. I don't know if it's tuna or pate or like some other meat spread, but with the cornichons, with the gherkins in it, it's actually really good. Really simple, really good. Baguette's good, a little bit chewy, a little bit crispy, really good. The quiche Lorraine, really good. It's gone. I didn't get a clip of me eating it, but just trust me, A+. And, you know, probably going to leave the pain au chocolat for later today. So, also, apologies about my French pronunciation. I know it's going to be bad, so I kind of lean into it being bad, but hopefully it doesn't piss off the Frenchies too much. So, my apologies if it does. Alrighty. Got a recommendation from my family to go check out some greenhouses originally built in the 18th century. So, it's still raining. Pretty chill though. Paris has definitely not felt as like sketchy as Amsterdam so far, but I haven't really been in that many touristy places. Anyways though, I'm in the 16th arrondissement. Probably butchering that, so sorry, but it's been pretty chill. A lot of people out like walking. People seem to be more friendly, at least making eye contact here and there. You know, the occasional smile, so it's pretty cool. And to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what it is. It's just the fact that there's like more cars, or it seems like less tourists in this area, but it just feels like a little bit more chill than Amsterdam. I don't know why. Maybe it was because I don't understand any Dutch at all, you know, and because Amsterdam is a new city, and because I didn't really know what I was doing, but you know, so far Paris is pretty nice. I like it. Good food, great food, obviously. It's nice. The weather could be better, but I mean, that's what I get for coming in March, so c'est la vie, as they say. I believe this is where I am going. We're about to find out here shortly. Kind of wishing I had a gimbal right now. This is the Jardin des Cerfs, Altiel? Yeah, no chance. No freaking chance that I'm getting that right. Okay, not to expose myself as the clueless American tourist, but these must clearly be the ones that were from the 18th century with the oxidization of it. These ones look a little bit more modern, and I don't think that they're open, to be honest with you. So, but, it's not raining too much, so stroll around outside, take a gander, see what there is, record some more shaky, shitty cell phone video. I believe that these are cherry blossoms here, which is cool to see them in France because last year I saw them in Japan. So they smell very fragrant. They're a little bit more white, so they could be completely different from what I think they are. Again, the weather isn't great, but it's pretty quiet here. There's some interesting new birds that I haven't seen before, doing a little bit of bird spotting or bird watching. I'm no expert though, so don't ask me what I'm seeing. Past the crows that we do see come from the rooftops to eat some old bread and meat that one of my family members sets out for them. Some interesting masks, statue things here. And, if you can speak French, pause the video here. Definitely a little bit kind of freaky, I can only imagine what it would be like to see these at night. Maybe glowing, but very beautiful. It's like silver. Oops, sorry. Well, no, very nice. It's a very quiet, calm day. I'm surprised. I mean, I get it. It's a Monday, or pardon me, a Tuesday. It's during the work week. People who are French are probably at work, and may come to this park, these jardins, later on. When the weather is better and when the temperature is warmer. But, I'm very glad that I kind of have it almost to myself today. I've seen a couple other people, but nobody really looks like a tourist, obviously, that I've seen. Probably aside from myself. So I think it's going to be time to go inside and explore a little then. It is definitely warmer in here than I expected. There's some big fish here. I have no clue what they are, but that's a big old fish. Go fish. I've got to do this for my YouTube video.
You're making YouTube. They're like children. I've never been here. Ah, it's nice to sit down.
Beautiful. I'm going to get Le Tour Eiffel. Oui, oui. It is recording now. Okay. May or may not have just given like a 2-minute long monologue and it wasn't recording. I'm learning. And, the most important thing is that I'm getting out in front of the camera and sharing my interests and passions with you guys. So I appreciate it. Please don't go that hard on me. But last full day in Paris, second full day in Paris. Yesterday was rainy and was not very nice. I still managed to walk around and check out some cool stuff. But today I'm gonna check out the Eiffel Tower. Hopefully not get robbed. Please, Paris, please be kind to this stupid American tourist. Maybe have lunch at a traditional French cafe or something like that. Maybe a glass of wine. And then later tonight, I'm actually going to check out a PSG, a Paris Saint-Germain game. I'm definitely butchering it. But anyways, though, as you can see, it is a little bit of a nicer day so far today than it was yesterday. It's not raining as much. I'm hoping it holds out and it doesn't rain because I am going to be headed over there to that thing right there. It should be interesting, but regardless,
I think first thing is gonna go get some lunch and or some brunch, I guess, because I had some beignets this morning. Grazie Tommaso, Ananina, and Antonella for those. I really appreciate them. But yeah, get a little bit of fuel in the tank, walk around, check out the city, and again, hopefully not get robbed. So let's get it. Little bit of a glasses change. Do I look like Stevie Wonder? Maybe. Do I care? No. After my issues with the metro and the ticketing system the first day in Paris, I decided to walk everywhere. And what a great day to walk pretty much everywhere in Paris. It was nice, weather was good, a little bit cool, but lots of great sights to see. All right, current mission. Go back to home to get something a little bit warmer, because I usually run hot, and I was like, you know what, I'll be fine in a t-shirt and jeans today, or pants, and get out of lunch. Great lunch, by the way. Thank you very much to the folks there. I will leave the name of the restaurant somewhere. Good Lord, very filling. Had a pizza, a salad, aperitivo, and a beer. And an espresso, of course. Thanks to all my walking, I walked about 10.5 miles, or about 17 kilometers, this day alone. You boys here. We made it. When Mom says we have the Tokyo Tower at home, don't tell this guy in front of me, but I'm jealous of how freaking sharp he is. There's a nice little pond with the ducks. It's glittering a little bit. Do I know why? Hell no. This is gonna be cool. I'm excited. I like high altitude, high elevation attractions for some reason. I did like the 3 main ones in Tokyo: Shibuya Sky, Tokyo Sky Tree, and the Tokyo Tower. So looking forward to this one. This should be sick. This is like the OG. Wow, this is pretty sick. E-billet essentiel. Oui, oui. There's the Statue of Liberty. And that must be the Parc des Princes. As you can see, the view from the top of the Eiffel Tower was phenomenal. I took a couple time lapses, took some time to take some other photos, but yeah, it was great. Would recommend.
Ah, yellow, 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 yellow.
Heidi, we out. This is pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think it would be that interesting to come into the Eiffel Tower, but the place is pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Great views. I have never known about that part near Paris. I guess it's a completely different city. I'll put the name on the bottom or something like that. All right, I'm doing the descent by stairs. This is gonna be interesting. Super easy, but we ball. Waiting in line. That noise. Ah, you guys beat me there. I got the damn ticket for the lift and waited in line for an hour, and I was like, what the hell am I doing? Yeah. And the lift goes right there. There it is. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Eiffel Tower is done. I was very skeptical that it would be cool, but price was okay. It was about 30 euros to go up to the very tippy top. It was cool. They got some restaurants up there. They do charge for champagne up there. No, I didn't have any, but yes, I did want some. I think it was like 2 glasses of champagnes and a box of like 4 macarons or something like this. It was like 70 euros. So, you know, it would be cheaper to smuggle whatever you want up. Although there is security, so I'm just joking about that. Don't smuggle shit to the top of the Eiffel Tower if you don't want to get arrested. It was good. Got a couple postcards, got a fridge magnet, you know, the little trinkets and souvenirs that I actually care for and use. But no, it was great. Would recommend. Weather was great today, so. Burb.
At the recommendation of Anna Nina, I went to Laudre, I guess. I don't know. But these are going to be good. Going to share them with the family that is nice enough to let me stay, of course. So, because it's Wednesday, there's no chance that these make it back to Denver when I arrive on Sunday. Like, it's just not happening. So, might as well enjoy them now. Alrighty. I am nearly at the soccer game for Paris Saint-Germain. I think there's a lot of cars getting towed here. Not quite sure what's going on. I think it's that I turned here. You'll have to excuse me too. The reason that I did not really film the walk, A, it wasn't that interesting, but B, walking with my family. So don't want to be rude to them and be filming them when they may not want to be filmed. And I think that is it there. Not that guy, but the stadium. Through security, that I thought was the stadium, but this is definitely it. This is sick. I'm super excited. No clue what to expect. I'm just hoping for a good game. Maybe Kylian Mbappe will score a goal. Am I basic? Sure. Do I care? Hell no, baby. Your boy is at the game officially. This is crazy. I have no clue what to expect. Part of my French, but holy smokes. This is sick. 10 euros for a beer is really not that bad when you look at like US basketball sporting events. So,
chers supporters, ici c'est
honestly, that was pretty sick. The dude next to me was nice and chill. His name was Roger. Thank you, Roger. The beer was 8 euros. It's 10, but you get €2 back after you return the cup, from what I understand. So I'm going to do that right now. But it was good. They won 3-1. Alrighty. And I think that is going to about conclude my last night in Paris. Really fun. Really cool city. Very surprised at how awesome it was. But the game was great. Good price for the seats. I think I paid about €50. Beer was 8. You know, people were nice. No complaints. It's a nice day. Got lucky with the weather. It's great. I may have lied. There was one more thing I wanted to get. What?
No, don't do that.
What? There's a space for it to fall. It's okay.
This is giving me.
It's okay.
Oh God.
Oh my God. What a chaotic morning. I thought I lost my passport to start with. I didn't lose it. It was in the one pocket of my suitcase that I didn't check. That sucked. I had to rush to get a taxi. Uber didn't come and pick up. And I had done the reservation for tomorrow when in reality I leave today. That sucked. We had to run to get a taxi. We had to walk like probably half a kilometer at least looking for a taxi, and there was none. Finally found one. Dude doesn't speak English, but drove his Lexus. Very nice car. Very well to the Paris Gare du Nord, and now I'm waiting for the train. So thankfully I should be okay and I should be able to make it on time. But what a crazy start to this morning. Amsterdam Central. Apparently they only released the platform about like 20 minutes before the train leaves, so I still have to wait a little bit longer to find out which platform it's going to be on. I got a lot of food. I got 2 onigiri, a Coke, sandwich, and a croissant. We shall see. I should be well prepared for the approximately 4-hour journey ahead. I guarantee you there will be some BS delays. I would not be surprised if there are some delays, I should say. Very, very nice station though. Made it back in Amsterdam for 2 more nights. Already smell weed. But the weather is great today. I can't complain, man. Shit, it's fucking nice. Okay, finally, back in Amsterdam, set up in the hotel. It's a nice day out today. Kind of hard to see, but it's not like super overcast and rainy and cloudy. So that's nice. That's the first thing that's nice. Woo for that. Second thing that's nice is I got my own hotel room. It's got a little bit of a small bed, but you know, it's long enough for me to lay down on, and the Dutch are tall people, so I anticipate that sleeping on it will be fine. Got the bathroom set up, which is nice. I got my own toilet, and my own shower is the biggest, the most important thing for me, because not like I didn't like the hostel that I stayed at originally, but it's just not something that I'm really as used to. Staying with a bunch of other people like that, not since college at least. But I'm gonna go take advantage of this good weather right now. Probably go have a beer. You know, we'll see. These stairs are crazy though. My feet don't fit on the steps. The happy fellow. This is like 100 meters outside of the city center. It is very quiet out here now. I'm kind of surprised. To finish off my first day back in Amsterdam, I just wandered around aimlessly, checking out the sights, and ended up going out for a beer at this brewery, which I will not try to pronounce, but it was good. It was a nice, calm, good weather night. Okay, good morning. It is the last full day that I have here in Europe. Ended up going out last night, trying out a brewery that I will not try to pronounce the name of because it's really difficult to pronounce. But it was inside or next to a windmill, which was pretty sick. Now I'm on my way to go get some breakfast. So some brunch, I guess, because I kind of slept in this morning. It is vacation for me, so screw it. I'm gonna, sleep in and enjoy. Also, I will say I was wrong about Amsterdam. The city's really nice, really cool. I think I just felt sketched out the first night because I was in the city center, which there's a lot of people there, so it's just a lot. Okay, so for breakfast this morning, I hit up 2 different bakeries. One was Selma and the other one was Margot's. Very nice. This is a matcha cake, I believe. And then the other thing I got from Margot's is a ham and cheese croissant, it looks like. They called it something else. And from Selma, I have this, which is like kind of like a ham and cheese croissant, it looks like, but it's more of a sandwich with lettuce. So I will report back and let you know if they're good. Start with the sweet. Definitely more like a coffee cake than like a dairy cake. It's pretty heavy, but it's good. All right, this thing is gorgeous. I almost feel bad eating it. It's also massive. Now for the taste test. It's good. It's very crispy. I will say it's really good, really buttery, really flaky and crispy. There's not as much ham in it, but that's fine because I just kind of want something lighter to start the morning, which is ironic because I got three pastries from 2 different places. So, but not like I have this option really at home. Like not like there's this many good bakeries at home. So, gonna try what I can here. After my not-so-small breakfast, I ended up walking over past the central station to this free ferry here in the north side of Amsterdam to take you across the river to the actual north side of Amsterdam. The weather was good. It was a little bit windy, but it was a nice little trip, and wanted to check out a couple breweries on the other side of the river, so yeah. I'm surprised. On the other side of the river, it is Again, calm and more quiet. It's nice. They get some cool murals. One of my favorite parts of Amsterdam was all of the little quirks that you see, like a little free library and the micro cars that the Dutch seem to love. All right, well, just got done having a fair amount of beer at Walhalla Brewing right there. Thank you so much to Zoe, first of all, for the recommendation to go here. And thank you so much to Mariah, the bartender, for being so great. We just talked about everything and anything for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. She was great. So thank you so much, Mariah. Thank you so much, Zoe, for the rec. Great place. Definitely check out Valhalla if you're in Amsterdam. After stopping at another brewery after Valhalla, I ended up just strolling around a little bit more and taking the ferry back to the central part of Amsterdam. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with the rest of the day, but I oftentimes just enjoy strolling around and seeing what life is like in a new city. But I ended up getting a boat tour on the rivers, or the canals rather, of Amsterdam at night. And it was a cool experience, if not a little bit touristy, as you can tell by the narration.
Aboard this unique canal cruise, you can meet 170 different nationalities.
This area's rich history adds a sparkle that's never far below the surface.
North Amsterdam, as well as other areas around the A, are being developed rapidly with a modern flair.
A single ray of sunshine is out. Expect to see locals dragging their chairs out onto the street to soak it up.
After the canal tour, I ended up going and just walking around Amsterdam some more, having some chicken ramen, which wasn't great, but I don't know if it was that or the beer that I drank that made my stomach a little bit upset, but it was a restless night to say the least.
It's about 6 a.m. after a pretty rough night, I'm not gonna lie. All packed up, ready to go. It's time to go to the airport. Flight is at 9, so hopefully I make it. Okay. Oh boy. Gonna try to hit up the KLM lounge, but my gate is all the way at G, which is the opposite direction, so hopefully I have enough time. So it turns out that I don't get into the one with all the other cool, but it's okay. They said there is one nearby that will accept me, so hopefully get some breakfast there. More than just a Coke Zero and a cheese croissant. After realizing that KLM is not a Star Alliance airline, I headed over to the Aspire Lounge, which they told me I had access to. There was a decent selection of some cold and warm food options, but the views were really, really nice this morning, and I just had a little bit of breakfast while waiting for my plane to come in, checking out a couple other planes, and just in general enjoying being at a brand new airport. The daytime flight home was thankfully uneventful, if not a little bit boring, but we were treated to some very nice views of Manhattan as we came in for landing at Newark. Got to get a little bit of quality time in outside, I guess. My layover in Newark is about 2 hours, 45 minutes, and then I have a short 1 hour flight to Boston. And then I think another about 2 hour layover in Boston, and then a 3.5, 4 hour flight to Denver. Kind of strange that they're routing me through Boston, given that United has hubs both in Newark and in Denver, and I would have thought the easiest way to connect would have just been from Newark to Denver, but I think it's because I got a really good deal on the ticket, and that they were just kind of like, hey man, if you're only spending 50,000 miles on the ticket and about $100 in fees, then we're gonna make you do kind of the long way home, which is fine by me. So, you know, it is what it is. I got some good sleep on the plane on the way from Amsterdam, and you know, can't complain too much. So it's a beautiful day here in Newark. So get a little bit of time to stroll around, stretch my legs, and go from there. So got to catch the shuttle to Terminal 8. This is my first time
that I can remember being landside at Newark. And it's really nice. I'm actually surprised. It's clean, it's bright, it's airy, it feels new, fresh. Big screens. The one thing is there's kind of a weird smell. There was a weird smell on the train and it's kind of wonky here. So anyways, time to go through security. I didn't have too much time during my layover here at Newark, but I did stop by the United Club at Terminal C to grab a quick bite to eat before boarding my flight on this 737 MAX to Boston. It was a super short flight, about an hour long, but a beautiful day for flying with clear views pretty much the whole way. And I mean, come on now, you can't really get much better than these views coming into Boston for landing.
Starting to feel tired now, but now I'm back in the United Club. Time to get some dinner. Hopefully maybe do a little bit of productive work or something like that, and then get ready for my flight to Denver. So I'm tired. I'm ready to be home, but let's do it.
The last leg home was a 4-hour, 45-minute flight on this Boeing 737-800 that was 24 years old. The plane wasn't really the star of the show here. As you can see, it was the sunset leaving Boston, and as we climbed out, we retreated to more incredible views. So while that plays in the background, let me describe a little bit about how I got this deal. So I had signed up for United's text alerts for promos and sales and whatnot, and they announced a week of deals where they would announce a new, different European destination each day of the week, and you could fly round trip from anywhere in the lower 48 United States to Europe for 50,000 miles in economy class plus taxes and fees. This was a really good deal. The first day was Paris, which I ended up not being too interested in, even though I loved my time there. So I booked my ticket to go to Amsterdam. It has this weird routing where I stopped at Newark and then went to Boston, but for me, it was worth it. This was a really great deal, and all transport included. It was about 220 bucks.
Holy smokes. I finally made it back home. Last flight was uneventful, but my water bottle started leaking mid-flight. Lesson learned, if you have a water bottle that doesn't just have like a screw-on cap and instead it has one of those straws, don't fill it up before your flight and then put it on your backpack if that's gonna be under your seat. Luckily I found it and caught it before it, damaged my laptop or anything like that, but good Lord, man. Now I gotta wait about a half an hour to an hour for my ride, so gosh, what a long day, but at least I'm home, and I made it in one piece.
And that's it. That was my trip. It was an awesome trip. Would I do it again? Absolutely. It was a great deal. Here's another quick little photo that I got in the cockpit of a 737 MAX after landing in Boston. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining for this, and I'm hoping that the next video will be even better, so please make sure to subscribe for the next one. See ya.